Sonny, Joey, 500. Got some goats in the building.
Get ready for a shakedown.
Prepare for a shakedown. We from Philly where they clap like huddles when they break down. Get ready for a shakedown. We underdogs, my guy. Kinda used to all the hate now. Prepare for it, man. Y'all get it. My QB got swag. My wideout is award winning. This fly was fly. Joey and 500. Like and subscribe. Yeah. Here's a quote you can sing back. Shake squad up and don't be a dingbat. It's a shakedown.
Don't you frown.
It's
Here
a
comes the shakedown.
Let's go.
Yo, I do it. King Dingbat here, and we're sorry we're late. It's all Joey's fault. All Joey's fault. Not me. Not me. No, it was my fault. It was my fault. It was a long day. We were out shopping, Thanksgiving stuff today, all over the place. So I just been rushing around since I get home. No, I was not on the toilet. No, I was not feeding cats. No, none of those kind of things. But thank you guys. Thank you for being here. Joey Shakes, what is happening, my man?
What is going on, man? I'm doing good. How are you doing?
I'm good. I'm hanging in there, man. Ready for tomorrow. Ready for this thing to get going.
Yeah.
It's been a busy week, really. A lot of things have gone down. We got to talk about. Let me start by saying Joseph Thieves, thank you for super chat, my man. He goes, we are going to shut the cats down. Fly Eagles fly. Shut the cats down. You mean the Colts, right?
The Colts.
The Colts. But yes, I'm trying to catch up. What is going on, everybody? Jersey Dolphins, Army's here. George Burwell, Sydney, New Zealand, Philly fan. Hit the gritty oats. Joseph's here, Scratchy, Mike.
Nice.
Anybody I'm missing, I apologize. Tortyville, what is going on? See, 500 was picking out turkey today. Squat gobbler, yes.
That doesn't sound better. So
that sounds like we're taking it to a whole nother level.
Yes.
You know what I mean? All right,
Yes.
guys. So Joey says we want your opinion. You like this view or this view? Which one's view? Joey kind of is infatuated with.
Well,
this
we never do it this way, so it's.
I kind of like it like this.
No, let's do it this way. It's fine.
That close. So,
We're
what
good.
do you guys want? 1 or 2? 1 or 2? Let me know. Oh man. So yeah, dude, it was our week of our first loss. It kind of really sucked, man. I forgot how bad it feels to lose. You know.
Yeah, it's been a tough pill to swallow this whole entire week, but obviously a lot of other things have happened this week, so that we'll definitely talk about.
Looks like 2's winning, Joey.
Oh boy,
2's winning. This is 2 right here, right? This
Yeah.
is 1. This is 2.
right?
Yeah. So they lost, but I mean, it got a little bit better because they actually made some moves, man. They signed 2 defensive tackles, not just 1.
Right.
Well, I mean, let's talk about the first one. I mean, what were your thoughts on signing a Joseph?
I like Joseph. Look, whatever you're getting right now is going to be, guys that are older. Like, I think Joseph's 34 or 35. And, guys that's going to be a run stuffer, had played with injury last year, was with the Chargers the past couple of years. I mean, he was a second round pick from the Giants in 2010. Like, he's been around the league a long time, went to the Vikings, went to the Chargers. I mean, it was a good move just for that one move. And, Jordan Davis being out, and because of a loss, you're kind of wondering, why are they making moves now?
Yeah. I mean, I thought it was a good signing. I thought, why not try to bring somebody in to help stop the run? But I had no idea what they were planning the next day. I had no idea that they were going after Suh. Ndamukong Suh. Are you kidding me, dude?
Yeah.
Are you kidding me? Like, dude, that kind of had to shock you, right?
Yeah, a little bit. I mean, Slay had a lot to do with it as well, and because they were teammates with Detroit, and it sounds like Suh is coming here to win a ring. I mean, that's the main purpose of him coming here.
Yeah, he definitely is. Nina, what's happening? How are you?
From Nina.
What's going on? Yeah, I thought it was a tremendous signing. Do you think that Suh? You think these guys will actually help us versus the run?
I'm not even if it's against the run, sure. Like, you know what I mean? Like if they just have to clog the hole, I'm totally fine with that. But it really depends on the back end what Jonathan Gannon is going to do with the rest of this, rest of this defense. I don't know. I think it's great. I mean, if you're just up there just using your strength and just trying to clog it up, it's fine. But that's it.
Yeah. No, I thought it was a great move. I think, Suh had 6 sacks last year. So he literally had 6 sacks last year. So he could still even help us from a pass rush perspective. The question is how soon before these guys like get into game shape,
Right.
Is Suh playing tomorrow at all?
From what we've heard today, it looks like Suh is pushing the play tomorrow. I think overnight he's gonna be going through the playbook like crazy. I mean, I can't imagine what this playbook looks like from Jonathan Gannon, but like how hard is this playbook? There was Eagles fans were freaking out after the Suh sign because they saw a lot of plays last year at Tampa when he was in pass coverage last year. So people get nervous.
If he put him in pass coverage, then I'm gonna lose my mind, dude.
Yeah.
It'll be interesting to see if Suh plays. I assume Joseph's going to play because tomorrow is a hell of a test. Jonathan Taylor is a very good running back. They have a decent offensive line too. I think they're a little banged up. I think one of their starters is out. I forget who it was though.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I mean, I know Taylor had a 66-yard run in the third quarter. That was like his biggest run last game. But it's something that the first thing I want to know after these two, we'll go back to these signings after these two consecutive day signings that we kind of weren't, I didn't know Marlon T was on IR. I didn't even know that. I wasn't really paying attention to it. So I was like, why are they signing another guy? I didn't know Marlon T was out because, Marvin Wilson, Milton Williams is not enough. Do you think the Eagles have reprimanded Gannon? Do you think they sat down with him, or do you think the Eagles just signed 2 guys and haven't said a word to him? And
I don't think they say anything to him. I think they signed the guys and they're sending a message that way. Because I think it's a message sent. Like, there are no excuses for you, man. There are none. Mike Taylor says, hey, 500, did you put a load in the dishwasher or you forget? No, I didn't put a load in the dishwasher. And and then bring on Sproles. So there's a lot of people hitting me up. Apparently, and I didn't see it. And I'm sorry, I'm going to try to catch up to these the chat, but there's a lot of people saying that Darren Sproles wants to come back and do returns for the Eagles. I can't think that they would bring him back. I thought he looked shot when he played for us last, so it wouldn't be something that I would be too interested in. What are your thoughts on that?
I don't know. Like, I've been up and down about it, but like, are you really going to move on with Covey for the rest of the season plus the playoffs? Like, you haven't given Devin Allen a shot. Practice the other day. Did you not see that? Now they got A.J. Brown doing punt returns. Now A.J. Brown's on punt returns. They had A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith, Greg Ward. Why the fuck are you doing this again? Like, dude, I don't want these guys to get hurt. Like, all it takes is one bad hit. Because what happens, we're going to back a team up into their end zone, and they're not going to put Covey in. They're going to put someone more reliable, like one of our starting wide receivers. And then all it's going to take is that one hit. It's going to screw everything up. And I don't know if I'm all in for can Darren Sproles still punt return? If it's strictly just punt return, probably. He's probably better than what we have entire group-wise. I feel like that's a move they could do.
Philly Luke says, Philly and Joey, what's up? What's going on, man? Yeah, he said Hoey, and then he corrected it down there. Philly and Hoey. Hey, yo, Hoey. I got Hoey here. Flyport says, Sirianni better not let Jeff Saturday beat him. Yeah, I know, right? An offensive lineman, now he's the coach. He's going to run Jonathan. They're going to run a ton tomorrow. They're going to run all day long. So the Eagles are going to have to stop it. Shizo Flex, thank you for the super chat. He goes, Vic and Gannon run the same schemes. Only difference is Vic had guys like Prime Khalil Mack coming off the edge, wrecking the game, and we don't got that. Right. Yeah. What was Khalil Mack getting in 12, 13 sacks at least? Thing is if you don't have it and you're not getting it from somebody, then you have to find other ways to produce it. You have to find other ways to generate pressure, and he's unwilling to do that. That is the problem. The other problem is you can't have teams in 3rd and 2, 3rd and 1, 3rd and 3 all the time. They have to do better. Again, they have to do better on 1st and 2nd down, dude.
Yeah, another 5 to 6 weeks, you're facing some good running backs with Derrick Henry and Saquon Barkley, Jonathan Taylor tomorrow. Like, you got some good running backs that you really have to defend yourself against. But even when you talk about the edge with Robert Quinn, I mean, 1 sack in 10 games so far. And I know that some of these that he's been in all these defensive ends are in pass coverage. I'm not saying the whole game, but he's got some of these guys. And I think Quinn's got 49 snaps, 16 per game. And even Reddick should be doing more. It's not enough. 5.5, 6 sacks, whatever it is for Hassan Reddick. It's got to be more than that, man. It's not enough. Like, they're just not doing enough.
I don't think he rushes Reddick enough.
No,
not nearly enough. What's up, Rock the Artist? How are you, my man?
Rock.
Yeah, I think it's crazy. It's crazy. It really is. To me, if you could bring in whoever you want. If you don't have the right scheme, if you don't put guys in the right position to win, it's going to be a problem.
Right.
We're speaking about Vic Fangio. I would have to go look at and watch what he's done, but I would be shocked if he didn't put guys in much better positions than Gannon.
Look at the Bears in 2018 when they, the double doink game, pretty much he had a really good year with that team. I understand he became a head coach and all that stuff, but I mean, as a prime defensive coordinator, he's more aggressive than what we're seeing right now. I know that for a fact.
Yeah. Boom Boy says, I'm good with Sproles as punt returner. He deserves another ring for all those shitty years he was there. My only fear is that here's a guy, how old is Sproles? 39 years old. So he's 39 years old. He's going to come back. Older guys deal with all those hamstrings and stuff. I don't think he's going to be healthy all year, to be honest with you.
Even just for punt return? Even just for...
Yeah, I don't trust it. I think he's too old. But that's just me, Turio says, Gannon's so scared about being beaten over the top that he's afraid to run blitz a lot. He coaches scared, and it's a problem. It's definitely a problem. I agree. I mean, there were times where they had 2-3 tight ends in, and they had 1 linebacker. They had 2 linebackers. That's all they have. It was like
there were times
he doesn't adjust.
Well, there were times too they had 3 linebackers go in pass coverage with no one to cover. Like, they were just staying in open space while this pass rush is going nowhere. So at least get somebody through the gap, blitz somebody. I mean, it's just not enough. 2 sacks in 2 games. I mean, that's just ridiculous. 2 blitzes in 2 games. Sorry, not 2 sacks. 2 blitzes in 2 games. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, it's crazy. The Birdman says, Philly and Joey, Robert Quinn's been a non-factor as far. It really has.
No.
Non-factor. Non. I really thought his breakout game was going to be against Washington. It wasn't. David Porter says, right, Reddick has disappeared. Yeah, Reddick has. And I would like to see Reddick's snap count because I don't think Reddick rushes the passer enough.
No.
Reddick would have 13 sacks if he wasn't playing coverage. Yeah, that's how I feel. I agree. I totally agree. So hopefully, the one thing that you have to hope for is that because they finally lost, it will force Jonathan Gannon to have to fix things, dude.
Right? Yeah.
It will force him to.
I get it.
Are you guys see the Kelsey Brothers podcast with Hertz? I did. Yeah.
The best
it's
podcast.
Great.
It was
great.
Awesome.
Yep. Gannon is trash. We agree. I totally agree with you. RPF in the house.
Oh.
I like the Sue and Joseph, but my optimism of these moves is very guarded because we unfortunately have the gutless, dumbass fruitcake Tinkerbell fair excuse for defensive coordinator in Gannon. Man, do I hate that SOB. So tell us your true feelings.
Exactly.
Trump is back on Twitter now? Okay. That I did not know. Shizo Flex, thank you for Super Chat. He goes, let's be honest about the situation, though. Our D-line is massively overrated. Cox is cooked, and he be getting pushed around. We need young blood on that defensive line. Listen, well, that's why I talk about, my first pick, if I could get it, it's probably going to be a premier defensive end. I think Fletcher Cox is done too. and if you look at all the guys we brought in, everybody's for 1 year. They're going to have to massively fix that defensive line in the offseason, Joey.
They might have to double dip into defensive line in the draft at this point. Like, if just say, like, really depends on if they pay Javon Hargrave or not. If they don't pay him, they might have to draft another guy. It just depends.
Yeah, exactly. Joseph Davis, super chat, my man. He goes, fly, Eagles, fly. Gannon, we'll get it together this week. I hope so. I mean, dude, if we lose, I don't think we're going to lose.
I'm not saying this is going to be a perfect game, because I know it's not. We're going to see crap where it's going to piss us off. I already know what's going to happen. I mean, if we get this win, but it really depends how we win this game. It really depends, because this team should be killing the Colts.
Yeah,
tomorrow.
I agree. Goddard is out for, and Joseph, thank you for super chat. Goddard's out for at least 4 games.
Mm-hmm.
He's on the IR, so he has to miss a minimum of 4 games. We should have him back by the playoffs, so that's going to be the.
Are you comfortable with Jack Stahl Calcaterra?
I don't. Undecided. Really? I'm undecided so far. I don't know. I thought Stahl has looked a little bit better this year.
Yes.
Calcaterra definitely has some talent. I'm more in wait and see mode because I don't know. But you know, I don't think that they're going to go out and address a tight end position.
No.
Anyway, so we're gonna have to get used to it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I get it. Yeah.
Christine says Sproles coming back to coach. I don't think to play. Now, didn't he say he wanted to play? Do you know what he said?
He said if they call me, I can give them a good playoff run. That's what he said. I can give them a good playoff run. I mean, he's watching the Eagles every week. He knows he knows special teams is a big failure this year.
Well, it's big
no doubt. I mean,
yeah.
If you look at the tight end position too, like you talked to, like the only free agents that are really out there is like Eric Ebron, but he's just a hamstring injured machine since last season. And Jared Cook is just really old. I mean,
right.
You could take Gronk out of retirement, but I think that you have tight ends with different skill sets. You have more of a balanced tight end with Jack Stahl that can catch and is really good at blocking. Calcaterra is your fast, not a great blocker, but has a lot of speed. So they could really do some good things offensively with both of those guys with 2 different skill sets. So,
yeah. I know the beast says my birthday's tomorrow. Happy birthday to you, man.
Happy birthday.
Yes. Yeah, and I'm trying to catch up to these because we're behind, way behind. Shizo Flex Diver Super Chat goes, priorities are defensive line, cornerback. Slay is 31, about to be 32. Bradbury most likely won't resign. We got to pay CJ Epps, TJ, or White. Got to go get younger on D. Yeah, I don't know about signing Epps.
No.
Yeah, and I think one of those linebackers comes back. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson is a priority to me.
Yes.
I think you have to draft a corner too. I also think you need another safety. Like I still think I probably would draft a safety. So
yeah.
I think defensive end, cornerback first round seem real to me. It's like a real possibility. Maybe second round you go safety or running back, something like that.
Yeah. I mean, we don't know what the money's going to look like either, because we don't know how much the owners have, like how much the top of the cap is going to be going into next, this offseason. And plus, we don't know who's going to walk. We don't know what the Javon Hargrave situation. Bradbury's a big one that I'd be shocked if he goes somewhere else. I won't even be surprised, because he will get a big payday from how he's playing this year.
Yeah.
So, Slay has got 1 more year left on his deal going into next season. So, I mean, they can always, he's still playing at a high level. There's just, as much as everybody's complaining about some of these players, I can't blame the players too much defensively because of the way they are lined up in these games, every single game this year. So,
yeah. I mean, they're okay, I got to respond to this one. Sorry, feeling Joey. Gannon's not trash for real. Our schedule has been cupcakes, and we have no need to show our scheme and blitz package yet. So you think Gannon is legitimately holding back until the playoffs? I mean, listen, it's a nice sentiment. I wish it was true, but I mean, I don't know, man. Like, you're going to go into that Washington game on Monday night, you're getting run all over the place, and you're going to say, well, we're not going to show them anything because it doesn't matter if we lose this game. Like, I can't. I got to think we're in the regular season now. They're not holding anything back.
Right.
He just does not want to be the aggressor. He wants to be a counterpuncher. I don't know, man. I don't know, Judson. I wish I could agree. I can't there. I hope you're right, but
Philly, originally we thought he played like this was when he took leads, and that's when, he took the leads and all he wanted was time of possession. Well, not time of possession, but obviously tackling these guys in bounds and, just kind of, containing, offenses. When they had leads, he was doing this when we were down. So it's telling us a lot more than he's just been doing this every game. If we're down by a few points, and it was in the game we were down by a few points against Washington, and he's still playing this conservative defense, it's troubling. It's very troubling right now.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think it's in his DNA to want to blitz and things like that. I don't, and I think because we've had the lead in a lot of games, it helps him because then he can kind of play back and say, I'm keeping it in front of us. We just don't want to get beat long. We're up big. Those kind of things. But when you're going up against Heineke last week, like I don't understand why you don't blitz the guy. I don't understand why you don't try to confuse him. I don't understand why they don't do more. The theory that he's just holding back. I have a hard time believing that. I hope he's right, but I don't think Jonathan Gannon's doing that. No. I just don't think he wants to blitz. I really don't. I don't think it's in his. I don't think it's in his nature. I don't think it's in his DNA. I don't think he's aggressive like that. True. Why do quarterbacks that are young, inexperienced, not even that good, why do they have such a high completion percentage against his defenses? You should be able to confuse a guy like Heineke and show him things that he's never seen before, especially, and they don't.
Right. Right.
I don't get it, Even look at when we played Pittsburgh, played Pickett, right? Pickett had two touchdowns, 7 interceptions coming into that game. I thought there was a lot more we could do. I feel like the talent on defense, the players have bailed Gannon out at times.
Oh, 100%. Not because of his scheme. No.
But I hope, listen, Judson, I hope you're right. I would love to be like, get to the playoffs and then be like, holy shit, did we just blitz? Wait, where did that come from?
Right.
I hope so. I do. I don't see it, but I hope so, we'll see. All I know is that they have given him every player they possibly could ask for. No.
And Howie Roseman's countering, it's like, okay, we're down 2 guys. Jordan Davis is out. Now Marlon T's on IR. We'll give you 2 vets. Boom. Yep. I'm not saying even I think Suh's got more upside just because I think he can still pass rush. I think he can still get to the quarterback at this point of his career still. But if he counters that, and Howie's doing everything impossible. So if they go into this game and I see Jonathan Taylor run for 130, 140 yards in this game, and Matt Ryan doesn't even have his jersey dirty in this game, it's going to be a problem. He might. Yeah. I would fire him right after if we lose this game. I think he should get fired. I'm not even kidding. In season firing at 8-2 if we lose the game.
Dude,
it's crazy.
It makes me feel sick thinking about that.
I know.
New Zealand Philly fan David Super Chat. He goes, trade number 4 pick with the Lions for 7-11. They need a quarterback. I'm not opposed to it.
I would love that.
Yeah, Judson's saying that it pisses him off too, but that's what he thinks. Well, I hope you're right, man, because I would love to say Gannon, wow, he really, he held back, he fooled us. I don't feel it though, but we'll see. Shizo Denver Super Chat. He goes, we need our young Sauce Gardner, a young thoroughbred. Either way, this Gannon's last year, to be honest, but I watched a tight end block Cox 101. That's not on the defensive coordinator. No, that's not on the defensive coordinator. I agree.
That's not.
No, I totally agree with you. But what I don't like is when players are getting blocked, like when Cox is getting blocked and moved off the ball and getting beaten by a tight end number 1. When you have things like that happening, where are the adjustments to help out, to change
Well,
things.
what's on Gannon is that he allows a 16-play drive. Like once that happens, your defense is shot. Like they're shot for the rest of the game. So if he made no adjustments after at least two of those 16-play drives, it's a problem. So definitely on him.
Yeah, what I want to see is I want to see when you start a game and you got Heineke and he's starting to get into rhythms. I want to see something. I want to see him do something to throw him off rhythm. I don't think he adjusts enough. But listen, we'll see. We'll see. I hope that he's holding back and he's going to let loose come playoffs. I really do. That would be great.
Yeah, I agree.
Gannon puts pressure on quarterbacks to make plays, live or die. Yeah, but when they sit back and they have time because they're only rushing 3 or 4, I don't think it's putting that much pressure on them. I think the pressure comes when a quarterback has to try to read the defense, what they're doing, and then all of a sudden, he's looking for a blitz on one side, it's coming at the other, or you're running stunts, and you're doing things to actually hit him as he's getting ready to throw. To me, that's the kind of pressure you need to put on.
No, it's like this. It's like there's teams out there that just don't care. Like the New York Giants are a perfect example. Like every third down, doesn't matter if they're down points, up points, they blitz. They're aggressive. They don't care what the game. They're not afraid of giving up the big play. Yeah, blitzing is definitely a sacrifice, for something really bad to happen, but it's a risk. But yeah. When you have the players, when Howie Roseman is giving you this defense on a silver platter, a brand new defense, you have so many great players that can be disruptive, and you don't use them to their advantage. It's a fail, man. It's a waste.
And I do agree. Like, I do believe that some of the players on our team, like Fletcher, I do think some of them are older and not the same players that they were.
Agreed.
I totally agree with that. But you have to figure, as a defensive coordinator, you have to figure out how to put your other guys in positions to kind of mask it, to hide it. And he doesn't do a good enough job for me in that regard, at least not yet. Now, at the same time, I hate complaining about an 8-1 team. So that's the other thing. We I'm not going to sit back and say I don't like the scheme, but we are 8-1. Let's see what happens. Let's see how he responds before I start judging him, But Torvos, our defensive line, we're getting blown off the ball. The Commanders' bad offensive line was driving our defensive line back 2 yards on every run. Cox and Hargrave didn't play well at all. It's true. They didn't play well.
They ran the ball 49 times. 49 times.
Yeah.
They looked at tape for 10 days.
Yep. And Judson says that we wait, boys, the blitzes are coming. I hope so. We are 8-1, and that's the thing. Like, I don't want to overkill. Like, I don't want to overkill the guy. I don't want to make it a big thing. We are 8-1, and I think tomorrow's a big deal. Like, if we go in and we kick this team's ass, then hey, listen, everybody has a bad week, But we'll see. I mean, I don't think Matt Ryan's going to do anything on us. He's a sitting duck, really. So it's going to be interesting. Shiz Davis super chat. He goes, watch, we end up getting Brady in the first round, and we got $30 million tied up in Cox and Hargrave. They're overpaid. If we can't get home, that's real talk. That is real talk. And Davis super chat. I agree. I think Hargrave's okay. I would probably bring Hargrave back, but I think Fletcher Cox has got to go.
Done.
I think he's got to go. And I like Brandon Graham. I think he's decent still, but I think you need to upgrade both defensive end positions.
Yes.
And I want to see Hassan Reddick rush the passer much more, Wyatt says this is a must-win game. Do you consider this a must-win game? What are your thoughts on that?
A bounce back game, a game where they have to show that, what does this team look like coming off a loss? Like we got to see what the mentality of these players are going into this week and these coaches. Like, yeah, I think it's definitely a must win. Like, I think every week's a must win at this point. I understand the record's 8-1, but still you got to show the league and at least show ourselves and to the fans that, this team still got what it takes. They got to bounce back this week. It's got to be a good game.
Yeah.
That's how I feel.
Joe Higashi legitly kicks Dude, I'm gonna have to sweep the leg here. He said the fact Philly 500 is ignoring real true fans' comments. Wow, delusional fan base only sweet nothings in their ear. Ha ha. Who the hell am I ignoring? I don't know who I'm ignoring. I can't. It's impossible for me to get all these comments. I can't even see all the comments. You know.
Can't make everybody happy.
Yeah, I can't make everybody happy. He just wants to give you a wedgie, dude. I think that's he's Philly D. He says Cox is done. Hope having less snaps helps. I hope so too. You know. Eagles Land says go after Darren Payne, 26-year-old stud. Yeah, I like Payne. You know, definitely.
Oh yeah, free agent after this year. Yeah.
Chandler says Reddick's, Cox, Suh, Graham, Sweat on the field at the same time. Cox on edge, Reddick blitzing linebacker. What? What did I say? Cox on edge?
We're good.
Oh, man. Oh, Frank Joseph's here. He wants to make a comment. There you go, Frank. Much love to you too, Judson. Oh, here we go. Higashi, he wants to call me Tubby. That's all. He set up this whole thing so he could say, call me Tubby 500 and Fat Boy Shakes. What up, Tubby 500 and Fat Boy Shakes? How goes the eggnog and cookies? You guys are cocky now. Getting Suh too? Haha, bro. Just remember the bet. Past second round, Tubby's Eagles too cocky. Well, I don't know what bet you got with him, Joey. But he keeps talking about a wedgie bet all the time. I'm like, I don't know.
It's every year. It's every time. Every day.
Ew, yuck. Jonathan Taylor's going to piss in our Cheerios? Disgusting. 500. Tubby, read my comments. Remember the bet. What's the bet? Colts Cowboy. Colts by 40. God, Cowboy fans. They disappeared like they were gone. And then all of a sudden, in the fourth quarter of that Washington game,
they got two
flooded back in.
They got two tough games coming in the next couple of weeks.
Yeah.
So.
Jeremiah Butler, Dave for Super Chat. He goes, read Yang Gang's 22 comment. Okay, let me find it.
Oh, Yang Gang always says some screwed up stuff.
What did he say? I'll see if I can find it. Yang Gang, Yang Gang, Yang Gang. I don't see it. Do you see it?
Looking.
Is this it? I want to see Cox and Reddick in Maddie's Ice's face. Oh my God. You guys are crazy, man. Jeez. Yeah, I think Dallas has a tough game tomorrow. That Minnesota game, I think they lose that game. Now, they lose that game, they've lost 2 in a row. They then have to go play the Giants. The Giants are I gotta lower the stupid TV. I just don't want anything to hit me with it. But the Giants got to play Detroit tomorrow. They're going to win. So then you have Dallas losing to Minnesota, I think. Then they have to play the Giants on Thanksgiving Day. I think that's a must-win for the Dallas Cowboys at that point.
Right.
And actually, we may have to root for Dallas because the Giants are only 1 game back.
Right.
You know? T.L. Hopkins, thank you for Super Chat. He goes, the fact that nobody planned Hurts speaks volumes. What do you mean? What does he mean? Nobody planned Hurts?
I mean, like, yeah, I don't know.
You mean like
drafting him?
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, explain. Thank you for explain what you mean. She's a flex. Thank you for Super Chat, man. He goes, to be honest, even before Jordan Davis got hurt, he wasn't playing much. He needed to get in shape. Can't be the 13th playing 2 downs. He was the same way in Georgia. He has to get in shape. Now, I thought he was coming along pretty nice. He definitely does, but he was really good against the run, though.
Yeah,
you know, I mean,
great, fantastic.
He was great against the run. That's where it hurts us. But he has to develop into a pass rusher. I mean, he has to get better. He has to be in better shape. If he comes in to camp like the way he is this year, I'm having a problem with that, you know.
Right.
Quaz, thank you for Super Chat, my man. He says, Jonathan Gannon been showing that he allows teams to get long drives on us from week 1. It's just that we're up 10 points plus points a half. I don't trust Gannon close games in the half or against competent quarterbacks. Yeah, it scares me too. He's okay And the other thing about drives my it's like he's okay giving them the long sustained drives, tighten up at the goal and the red zone is what he wants to do. Hold them to 3. And he's okay with that.
I hate
It's
that
like
shit.
death by a million paper cuts. You know,
hate that.
I do too. Yeah. But I agree, Quas. I agree, Quas. Oh, okay. So the fact that they blame Hurts, yeah, that Hurts was not blamed, right? Is that what you're saying?
I think
Yeah,
so.
Hurts was fine. No, I don't see how anybody could blame Hurts for that game. It wasn't on Hurts, you know.
Players,
It definitely was.
the wide receivers were a lot to blame for offensively.
Kenneth Butler says, "Do we worry if we can beat Indy? Are you worried about this game at all?"
I'm only worried about the run. I'm only worried about Jonathan Taylor running on us. So I mean, if depending on how much Suh and Linval are going to be playing in this game, I mean that's really it.
Yeah.
Because I have to go into every game looking at every running back and saying, you know, how many yards they're going to put on us today. You know what I mean. So I mean, Derrick Henry just got over 1,000 yards for the season. You know what I mean. So it's just you got to look at these running backs going forward.
Absolutely. Ty, Eagles fly, man. Member for 15 months of Dingbat Nation. I'm sorry I missed this earlier. He says, "Hey guys, let's get back on track. Beat them Colts." Yes, my man. I mean,
hell yeah, dude.
I think so. I think they're going to beat the Colts tomorrow. I mean, I think the Eagles are going to respond nicely tomorrow. I really do. Now we got to see what happens, but you know that the Colts are going to try to run the ball. And let me say this. You know, we talked a lot about Gannon, but I gotta give some blame, a lot of blame, in my opinion, to Steichen and Sirianni. That game plan offensively was horrible, and it did nothing to help that defense at all. Nothing.
No.
Dude, 1 carry for Miles Sanders in the first half.
6 yards. 16 yards from Miles Sanders in the first half of the Texans game. 16 yards.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah, that's crazy. You got to use Miles, man. And here's the thing. When your defense is on the field that long, you want to run the ball, get first downs, and give them a breather, you know?
Yeah.
And when the defense is on that long, your offense also sitting on the bench that long, and they tend to sometimes get off track, you know? And they had no real, rhythm until, the second half. It was a team loss. And we could talk about getting the defense, but truth is that offense did not help them at all, you know?
No.
Wilma Dick Fit. Oh, man, he got me on that one. Thank you for the super chat. He says, Cox needs to figure out how to get in the holes.
He does. He does.
Man. Yep. Ray Brinson, thank you for super chat, man. Shout out to you, man. Appreciate it.
Thanks, bub.
Thank you. Jose Torres says, "What up, Philly? Joey, Philly 500. It's time for the Philadelphia Eagles to move from Gannon. We lost to Washington Commanders, bro, with a backup. Do you feel like we are going to lose the playoffs? Like, I do, be real. I think it depends. I think home field advantage for the Eagles is of the utmost importance. If you have home field throughout the playoffs, you're the only team in the conference that gets a bye week. So you get that bye week. I think you will win playoff game. You're an NFC Championship game. I like the Eagles' chances at that point, but I do think they have to get home field. And right now you have Minnesota breathing down our neck, and you have the Giants breathing down our neck. So there's no rest, you know?
True. That is true.
Shizzo, thank you for super chat. He goes, Hurts should get about 4 years, $160 million, or 5 years, $200 million. That's $40 million a year. We don't want to be like Green Bay and can't keep the core. AJ will be making $25 million. It just depends what he goes for. I don't know what he's going to go for, but right now I think he's worth more than Kyler Murray got, and that was like I think $46 million.
Oh, 100%. Yeah. No doubt.
So, let's see. Teddy Cancun Cruz says 500 shakes. This is a must-win game. I see Taylor going for $150, and my question is, will Gannon blitz when the D needs it? We are in serious moment right now. We can lose 3 of the next 4. We can lose 3 of the next 4 8 games. Yeah, well, you got running backs with Jonathan Taylor. You got Derrick Henry. You got Saquon Barkley coming up. I mean, those are all really good running backs, dude. Some of the
If
best
you have
in the league.
if you have two of the top 5 corners in the league with Slay and with Bradbury, and you have them 15 yards off the line, if you're down by a touchdown or down by a few points, and your defensive line is not getting pressure, and you're not fitting these linebackers in the box, and you're not shooting the gaps, you're going to lose every game. You're going to lose a lot of games this way. That record ain't one we'll turn down a lot. So
yeah. And Philly D says they ran 48 times with a 3.1 average. If that consistency wins, teams wouldn't throw nor punt. Strange game. The problem that with it was that they were averaging 3.1 yards a carry or whatever. But the problem is that they kept putting them in third and short. You run one first down, you get 3 yards. You run second down, you get 3 more yards. And all of a sudden, it's third and 4. You put teams in third and short, I mean third and under 5, there's a much higher percentage that they convert on those. You convert on those, you keep the defense on the field. And it was like that. You know, what I wanted to see was, like, at some point, if they keep consistently getting it third and shorts, do you not try to do something different on first down, on second down, to not allow that? If the Eagles were put in Washington, if Washington was in 3rd and 8, 3rd and 9, this game would have been a blowout. You know what I mean?
Yep.
It would have been a blowout. The Colts are going to get boat raced. Yeah, I agree. I also got to say this. The Eagles turned the ball over. I mean, it was a weird game. Like, it felt like everything that could go wrong went wrong. You have a face mask on Goddard. That's clearly a penalty. The guy got fined today for it. That's why he fumbled the ball, because he tried to rip his head off. So, you know, that happens. There's no call. Then you got the Quez Watkins. When Quez caught that bomb, I thought that we were going to win the game. I thought at that point we were winning, and he fumbles. That stuff doesn't happen a lot. We had, 3 turnovers that game, I think. So I think it's, you know, I don't think it's the everyday thing. I think the Eagles should bounce back tomorrow. I do.
Hopefully.
You know, Fabio says Quez needs to be used more to stretch the field. I agree. How do you think the looks are going to go now with Goddard out? Who do you think is going to kind of make up for the loss reps of Goddard?
I mean, they can always add another receiver if they have to. I think they can use more Quez if they want. I liked him on the end around, that one end around play he had, and the speed. I miss Quez Watkins' speed. I just think they should use it a little bit more. And obviously, like the catch, obviously the fumble that he had was a lot of self-inflicting wounds in this game. But I think they go either another receiver. They could go double tight ends going forward as well to kind of use the skill sets of Jack Stahl and Calcaterra for his speed. There's a bunch of different things they could do, but just depends who they kind of scheme up. Like, who are they scheming up to make plays? Yep.
Shinzo, thank you for super chat. He goes, you got Smith and Dickerson contracts down the pike. We're going to have to make a decision on Smith. If AJ, you can't play 2 receivers while your quarterback making $40 million. Here's the beautiful thing. The thing is that the way they set it up really was that AJ Brown's contract's up in like 3 years. That's the same time. I think the year after that is when the extension comes up for Devontae Smith. So I expect what they're probably going to do, my guess, is you extend Devontae Smith and you probably let Brown walk unless he wants to take less at that point, because he'll be like, what, 28, 29 years old at that time? Right. So that's what I would think they're going to do, but we'll see. I'm not letting Devontae. So I know Devontae Smith gets a lot of grief about, you know, his yardage. He doesn't have a lot of yards, but they don't run the routes for him. They need to run deeper routes for him. But at the end of the day, I think he's an absolute stud, you know?
Yeah, true.
Chandler says you can't fire an 8-1 defensive coordinator after one loss. Yeah, I agree with you. I don't think you can, you know? Chris Ding says defensive line is still good. Yeah, Cox isn't the same, but Hargrave is doing great, and Reddick and Sweat are great. I like Reddick. I like Sweat. I think Hargrave is all right. I think Fletcher Cox is a big problem on the defensive line. I do.
Well, what's going to benefit Hargrave is having that nice edge on his side, too. Now, offenses are going to have to pick their poison on the blocking scheme for those two guys on his side, whether Quinn's lining up next to him or Reddick, depending on where they have both of those guys lined. I think Quinn has definitely helped out when it comes to, him. I mean, with Hargrave having, 5 to, what does he have, 6 sacks for the year? Yeah. I mean, he's having a good year when they free him up a little bit on those one-on-ones. So,
yeah. Don't bet Mark Holmes more. I don't think we'll be betting Mark anymore. I don't think so. I don't think I don't think it's like pulling teeth to get him to even want to do a bet. And Michael doesn't want to bet the belt, which is what I wanted to begin with. So yeah, I don't know if that's going to happen anymore. Ty Eagles Fly, Dave for Super Chat. He goes, a lot of fluky turnovers. That was game lucky ones too. Yeah, I mean there was some bad breaks. No doubt about it. Jolo says, 500, Joey, how much different will this coaching staff look next year? I know at least 3 coaches will be gone. Offensive coordinator, defensive coordinator, special teams coach. I think offensive coordinator is probably gone. I think defensive coordinator, one way or the other, is gone. You have to watch for the quarterback coach because he has done a really good job with Jalen Hurts. Nobody talks about him, but he's going to garner some stuff. I'm wondering if Steichen goes, you don't promote the quarterback coach to offensive coordinator.
Yeah, Steichen, I don't
lose.
Yeah, Steichen, I really don't know. Steichen is one I don't know. I mean, at the end of the day, like Howie Roseman and Jeffrey Lurie they hired Nick Sirianni. Nick Sirianni hired his own staff. So, this isn't a Howie move or anything like that. So I think it is defensive coordinator. I think definitely Michael Clay, special teams coordinator, is gone. And I think Steichen is probably I don't know. It's going to be up and down for me. I don't know if it's actually going to happen, but we'll see.
Yeah. Joshua Grider, welcome to Dingbat Nation, buddy. Thank you so much for joining. Welcome to Dingbat Nation. Hey, Philly 500, do you think Philly should trade for Drew Cock, Kareem Hunt, and Faker Gayfield? Plus, Faker Gayfield? What name? Where did you come up with that name? Plus, I don't think Linval's Joseph will make it. What kind of TV shows do you think this guy watches? What kind of movie? Michael Josh is back? Okay. Oh, man. That's funny, man. Judson, I like this idea of Calcaterra. Like, I think Calcaterra has definitely some talent, dude. It's going to be, I'm very interested to see how they use him. I think Devontae Smith is going to end up getting even more looks at now with Goddard out. I think you're going to see, Devontae Smith get ready to have some big games.
Yeah, I could see that.
Yeah. Zach Pascal, since his former team. Yeah. Hey, do you think, please, I'm going to have to time this dude out. Maybe he's on your channel. I don't know. Who is it? Michael, Michael Josh keeps typing the same thing 1,000 times. But I don't know. I don't see him on mine. Maritime, what's going on? I don't know. I can't find it.
Oh, Maritime, what's going on, man?
So, let's see. Yeah, I think Devontae's going to go crazy. I thought Devontae was going to have a big game against Washington. He did it. Hey, will you talk to the group right now quick? I got to plug my computer in. It's about to die.
Yeah, you're good. You're good.
So just talk. I'll be right back.
I think even with Devontae Smith, things going to have even a bigger, I think it's going to be more, it's going to get more snaps into this offense regardless. So I think he'll get more snaps down the road. And even with, the absolute of not having Dallas Goedert in these games now, I think it's going to give more opportunity for Quez, more opportunity for Devontae Smith. They can use Calcaterra and Stahl. And Calcaterra hasn't really played since the second half of the first Washington game. I think it was the first play of the second half when he ran down the left sideline. That was the last time they really used him. So we'll see what happens. It's going to be interesting.
Sorry, I'm back. I got to plug this mother humper in.
No, you're good.
Okay. That was weird. Did I just go black for a second?
No, you're fine.
My screen didn't just disappear. That was weird.
Mm-mm.
Huh. Viral diarrhea? Oh my God. Dude, where do these people come from? Do you guys see any reason why we keep getting away from the ball early in games, i.e. 2 carries for the running backs first half, and then we start running, start moving the ball? Yeah, I don't understand what the game plan was against Washington. And even if you weren't going to come out running, like once you saw how they were wearing your defense out in that second quarter, I don't know why they didn't start running the ball much earlier,
Yeah, they've been a little pass happy the past few weeks. I got to say they have been. So
way too much. Way too much.
Definitely.
But the Washington one didn't make sense to me because at one point it was like they had the ball for 5 minutes and Washington had it for like 20 minutes. It was like ridiculous in the first half. Like, listen, the defense might not be playing good, but maybe we can't kill them too much because they're gassed. They're all tired because they've been on the field so long,
True.
And where is Trey Sermon? That's a great question, Becker. Why Trey Sermon not act? Why don't we use this guy? He had 2 carries. He looked like Jay Ajayi, and they don't use him anymore.
No idea.
I don't get it either. We got over 500 people in the chat. Thank you guys so much for being here. If you're new to the channel, make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you subscribe. Click the link in the description. Sub up my man Joey Shakes. Joey, you streaming? What are your plans for tomorrow?
I'm going to be streaming the game. We'll be doing a post game probably by myself, and then we'll have the Philly Shakedown tomorrow night. That's the plan.
Yeah, I'll be doing the Eagles game, and then I'm going to stream the Cowboys. I'm going to do a doubleheader, so look for that doubleheader pause. But I'll be streaming Eagles. Go right into the Cowboys game. We'll have a good laugh then, and then we'll be doing a shakedown at night. You know what I mean? Yeah. Run the ball. I agree. What if Indy wins? If Indy wins, I'm going to be upset. I'm going to be upset. Because Giants are going to win tomorrow. Giants are going to beat Detroit. That puts Giants and Eagles in a tie for first place. I think if the Eagles lose tomorrow, I think it's concerning. I don't expect them to. I think they'll win, especially against the Colts. All right,
I'm not expecting. If it's a loss, I'm not expecting someone to get fired, but I'm at least expecting a change and like at least someone coming in. At least Fangio take it. I mean, I don't get it. Fangio's a consultant, so what is he do? Like, what is he doing? What's his job?
You fire.
I'm done.
You go out,
yeah,
and Taylor has 150 yards. You fire him.
I'm done.
Right.
I don't care about the record. I don't care about the record because you're gonna lose. You're gonna lose every game this way. You play like that, like they did against Washington. They do the same thing against. I mean, Howie Roseman is trying to fix this with his moves that he's making. You're adding 2 veterans, and then when Jordan Davis comes back, you're still gonna have them here. Like you're gonna have a really good interior when Jordan Davis comes back, and you can't get more aggressive. You got to cut the cancer out before it spreads, man. And it's going to spread if they lose this game and if they don't fire him. It's going to get worse. And I don't like to fire a guy with the record that we have, but he's been getting away with it every single week since the first week. And we were saying this every video, every Philly Shakedown, every single week. We've been saying, like, how this bend don't break defense, how can he get away with this every single week? What team is going to start to figure us out? And the Texans figured us out a little bit, but we found a way to win the game. Washington totally figured us out, and they took advantage of it.
Yeah, and to me, that was self-inflicted because they could have made adjustments. They didn't make it. Joshua says, I like big blank, and I cannot lie for you both. You like big asses? Is that what you was? I like big butts, and I like them live. Not lie. Yeah, I know. Zeke fan says, Lions will upset the Giants 500. That would be great.
That'd be great.
That would be that would be great. If Dallas can lose and Giants lose, then they both go into that Thursday game.
Beating each other up.
Here's the thing. See, this is why I don't like Thursday night games on the Erect Penis Network. Because they're always crappy games. But you get a Thanksgiving game, they're good. Like the Thanksgiving game, Giants-Cowboys, is a friggin' awesome game. It's a great game.
Yeah,
and it means a lot. But if Dallas is 6-3, if they lose, they go to 6-4. Then they have to play the Giants. They're going to have to win that. That's going to be like almost a must-win for them to keep up in the division, as long as the Eagles take care of business versus Indy.
True. Yeah.
Maritime says, I need the Vikings to win. Jefferson is a dog. We need them to win too. We definitely need them to win. Yang Gang says, say what you want say what you will about Gannon, but here's the stats you should know. Yards per pass, 5 yards, is second best. 58.4 yard completion percentage is fourth. 13 interceptions is first, and just 10 touchdowns allowed. I get the statistics, I do, and they look good. But I'm telling you, if they're that good, it could be even better if he's more aggressive.
Yes,
in my opinion.
God,
I know the stats. People bring up the stats, but to me, it's the eye test, man. It just is. I think. Look, I think he's a smart guy. I think he's probably a good coach. I'm just not interested. I don't like the scheme. I just don't like it. You know, I would like something more like Buffalo runs. You know, something more aggressive. I think it fits us better. White says, okay, at least we didn't lose to the worst teams in the league, Dallas. No, we're gonna sweep Dallas. That I'm not worried about.
Hold on. So go ahead. I'll go after you.
You want me to read this or wait?
Yeah, you read it. You can read it.
Okay, Jose says, Philly 500, Joey, tell me why the Eagles did pull the trigger on a better defensive end. The new guy isn't even getting any better or any burn. He's talking about what's his face, Quinn.
They're not rushing him enough.
Yeah, he has to do more. Okay, what were you gonna say now?
Yeah, no, like Lil Phil says, Joey always crying about Gannon when the only problem on defense is tackling, not scheme getting old. The only problem on this defense is tackling. That's the only problem with this defense right now is tackling?
No, I mean, there's more than that.
There's a lot more than that.
Tackling is a problem, though. I'm not tackling. It definitely is a problem, but I think this defense has to be. I think they need to be more aggressive, and I also think you've got to do better on first, second downs, especially against the run. You can't put teams in third and short. They're going to convert on those. It's just the way it is. Joey, you look like you want to say something. You have something to say.
No, I'm good. I'm just reading.
Shizo, thank you for the super chat. He goes, I'm judging Hurts off of the playoffs. I got to see how he performs in the bright lights. Jimmy Johnson did say we'll be east to defend a second time. It'll be easy to defend a second time. Yeah, I saw that. Jimmy Johnson said, the first time you see team is different, second time. Yeah, maybe. I didn't think really – I don't think Washington defensively really ever did anything that scared me a lot versus Hurts. I didn't think they were, like, killing Hurts or shutting him down. I thought just the amount of time the defense was on the field really hurt us, and the fact that we couldn't get off the field when we needed to. It really sucked.
And another thing is, what Jimmy Johnson said too. Another thing too is like teams are of course they're going to look different, whether they look better or worse. Like if you face a team early, they could look better down the road. I mean, that's every season. That just happens.
Yeah. Boom Boy says we have to beat the shit out of Dallas December 24th. Literally, I hope the Cowboys players have shit stains walking off the field. Yeah, they're going to have to win that game. I agree. Hey Shakes, you think we'll trade Gardner shit shoe this year?
No, I think they're keeping him. I think he's just going to walk after this year and sign to another team. I think that's it.
Yeah, they can't trade him now. He's untradeable because trade deadline's over, and then he's going to hit the free agent market. Sydney family says Davis 6'6", 340 pounds. Sue 6'4", 320. Cox 6'4", 320. Joseph 6'4", 330. That's some meat in the middle. It definitely is. Let me ask you this. Did you hear after the game that Fletcher Cox was complaining about his snaps? That he had too many snaps?
Yeah, he played set. Well, they have to play Hargrave. They were putting Hargrave at the nose. They had to try some different things because with no Jordan Davis, they can't put too much on Marvin Wilson and Marlon T. They got to give they have to give Fletcher Cox more snaps, but he said his body wasn't feeling good after the 2 games. He says his body's been feeling like crap, so they had to sign these other 2 veterans. So,
do you think
it's taking a toll.
You're sending a message to Fletcher Cox?
Yeah, you mean Fletcher Cox is saying the message, or you think they're saying the message? What do you mean?
Howie Roseman sent the message. We'll go. You're going to complain about too many times. Well, we're bringing people in that aren't going to complain.
Right. No, I get it. Yeah.
Suh is not going to complain. Suh,
No.
I think Ndamukong Suh is a great pickup because I think that the Eagles need a little bit of attitude like he has on defense. I think they need that. So I really like that pick, and I hope that Jordan Davis learns a lot from him.
No, I agree.
Asia Robertson, hey Philly 500, what's going on, Asia? How are you? Yeah, it's going to be crazy. Do you think Cox coming up short has anything to do with cold weather? I would say cold water. Your camera is blurry and you all look blurry.
We don't.
How about now? Those stats won't be the Brady Allens in the playoffs. Those things won't beat Brady's Allen. Yeah, the Buccaneers don't. I'm not scared of the Buccaneers in the playoffs.
No, I'm not.
I'm not scared. The only team that worries me a little bit in the NFC is really it's the Niners. I think the Niners are the team you have to watch out for.
Yeah.
I want Dallas to win against the Vikings. I think it will help the Eagles get the number 1 seed. Yeah, well, some people will be voting for the Vikings. For the Cowboys because they'll give us breathing room. To me, I gotta say, I gotta worry about the division first.
Yeah, true. Division first.
So, yeah. Gannon got called out a few times. 10 players. Twice he allowed 10 players. What do you think of that? 10 players on the field.
You're right. You're sitting there. I mean, look, it looks like Gannon's too quiet on the sideline. Like he has no emotion. Like most of every game that we play. I don't know. Didn't see it happening, I guess.
Yeah. Francis says 5-man front on first and second, four on third. It's predictable. When you don't put linebackers or safeties in pretending to blitz or bring more pressure with loading one side. Yeah, I agree. I totally agree. There in the first half, there were a couple times where he rushed 3 on third down. And it was like third and short. And then you have your corners way off, like 8 yards off. I'm like, why are they so far off? It's 3rd and 3, Wesley Reddick, thank you for super chat. He goes, JG needs more variety to defensive line attacks with tighter coverage and secondary. Straight rushes don't cut it. I agree. I think you're absolutely right. And I want to say this. You would think with the quality corners that you have and how good they've been, like, wouldn't that open up the ability to be a little more aggressive and attack a little more because of the corners you got?
Yeah, and I don't get how you have 2 great cornerbacks. Like you could literally put these linebackers in the box, have them shoot the gaps, play a man on man with these cornerbacks, and you'll be successful. Right. You'll be shocked at what you'll see. They just don't do it.
Yeah.
What was that?
Low Phil says, is it entitlement when you have the best team hands down in the NFL and complain asking for a friend?
Undefeated teams fall apart, bro. It has happened too many friggin' times. It happened to the Steelers. It's happened to the Cardinals. Like this record means absolutely nothing when we get to the playoffs. It's a reset. When you get to the playoffs, it's a new season at the end of the day. Yeah, the record counts for what we're gonna for first seed and getting that bye week. But at the end of the day, dude, like this team could fall apart instantly once teams figure you out. It's not. I don't know. It's just one of those. It's one of those times.
Let me ask you guys. Let me ask all you guys out there something. Do you feel that even though the Eagles were 8-1, do you feel that it obviously was a concern enough to the front office about their run game that they went out and brought 2 defensive tackles, one of them being Suh, in? Does that tell you guys that maybe they're worried about it too? Because to me, it does. I mean, I listen. We're nitpicking Jonathan Gannon tonight. I know it seems like it. And I expect him to have I expect them all to have a good showing tomorrow. I'm not overly concerned yet. I expect them to win tomorrow, and if they win tomorrow, everything's fine. But I think it's fair to ask, if the front office is concerned about it too. I mean, they brought in 2 defensive tackles. It's kind of unheard of this time of year to do something like that. No.
Yeah, 2 consecutive days. I mean, then there must be an urgency like, Gannon, we need to fix this now, to kind of send a message, maybe not directly to him, like you said earlier in the stream, but, a passive message on doing these 2 moves really speaks high volumes.
Yep. Tomorrow is Jonathan, Anelthon Glandon's chance?
Anelthon Glandon.
40 boys, thank you for super chat. He goes, Gannon's plotting how to drop Suh in coverage right now. No, don't say that.
I see that one time, bro, if I see that one time in this game, I am telling you right now.
Right. I think, listen, I think when you're 8-0 and you're undefeated, I do think that, the mistakes you make each week kind of get overlooked and brushed under the table because you won. And we've talked all year about different points in time with the defense and Gannon, but we kind of sweep it under the rug because they're 8-0. But when you lose, you tend to have to deal with it. So I expect tomorrow that I think Jonathan Gannon and his defense will get those mistakes fixed. I'm assuming he's going to.
Hopefully.
And if he doesn't, it'll be a problem,
It's true.
So it is what it is. Jeff says, hey, 500, have you made your Thanksgiving squat cobbler yet? Please send the video clips of process. I actually filmed some pre-Thanksgiving squat cobblers. We're going to do one with mashed potatoes this week. So every day it's going to be a new Thanksgiving meal. But yeah, squat cobblers, you'll just have to go to my OnlyFans page. It's so censored and sensitive material. I don't know that I can send that out there. You just have to go to the OnlyFans. I hope you're right, Judson. I hope we aren't showing our cards yet. I like that, The Eagles need to hire a defensive line coach, quote, blue pill, to get more out of Cox. My God. The thing about the losing division game, when we talk about which games where the Eagles, had the best chance of losing first, I feel like all of us really overlooked the division. Division games are the hardest games to play. Even when your team is good and one's bad, division games are always tough. So we should have known that most realistically, first loss would have come in the division.
Right.
Yeah. So we'll see. Joey, did you see the NFL fined the Commanders linebacker for the face mask?
Yeah, ridiculous. So technically there was a face mask, but it was. Why didn't Brandon Graham get fined then? What I mean? Like, why did a whole bunch of guys get fined?
What did you think of that last play?
I thought it was just like he gave himself like last second. I mean, it was a very late tackle though, but he tried to stop himself. So it's not like he took his helmet. You know what I mean? So he didn't aim at him or try to hurt him with his helmet down at the quarterback. So it shouldn't have been a penalty, but I don't know.
Yeah.
It was just an ugly game. It was just ugly. Self-infliction. Ugly.
Yep, I agree. Oh, look at skid marks. What's going on, buddy? He says, I hope Gannon doesn't play the COVID defense 10 feet away. The COVID defense. I like it. What scheme you run? We run the oh man, that's funny. Oh man. Did you see that they fined AJ? Yeah, we saw they fined AJ Brown.
Yeah. League.
Buzzology says he needs to run and pass blitz and stunt with crossover looks and mix it up at least 35% of the time. Agreed. NFL talent is about 5% difference between best and worst players. Be creative or die predictable loss. I agree. I agree. I think especially, and I say this all the time, especially in today's NFL where the rules are so much more geared towards the offense, I think that you have to be more aggressive and you have to try to really get to the quarterback because that's really the only way to negate some of those rules, I think. So when I don't see defenses blitz a lot, that's fine. You don't have to blitz a lot if you can produce with your front four. But when you're not getting home with your front four, you have to start doing something.
Yeah.
I like the idea also of when you have a young quarterback, a rookie quarterback, a quarterback a few years in. I like the idea that you try to confuse him and show him things he never saw. You can go back and watch Jim Johnson. You go watch his record against like quarterbacks in the first 3 years. It was like almost unbeatable because he would throw so much at them that they wouldn't know basically what was coming,
Right.
And he would take advantage of it. That's what I want to see our defensive coordinator do,
True.
It really sucked the way that last play with Graham. I mean, technically, I guess it's a penalty.
How much time would have been left if they got off the field? It wasn't.
I think it was like a minute 40 something left. I want to say
I thought it was a lot less than that.
No, because they were able to pretty much run the clock out. We would have had, I think, like a minute 40 left, and we had a chance still. We had a legitimate chance, 40 bucks. I love my birds with defense cringe. It's hard to watch sometimes, It is. Zeke fan says John Taylor will run all over you. Y'all 500 panic mode incoming. Nah, we're gonna win tomorrow. 3,500. Yes, our run defense is killing us big time. It eats the clock, tires our defense, and keeps our offense off the field and kills our momentum. Yes, we need to stop the run. Absolutely. And in order to do it, you have to be better on first and second down. You have to be better on first and second down.
Yep.
The last play was weird. No quarterback ever did that. They should have been fine trying to do what he did. Kenny Pickett did the fake knee slide and got in trouble. Washington quarterback tried to fake, give up, and then gave up. Oh, so you're saying he tried to fake it, and then I thought he was just trying to buy time. I mean, and the play sucked. It sucked.
It was stupid
that way.
Yeah.
Bleeding Kelly Green has some nice things to say about Mark Holmes. Gannon needs to call about 33% run blitz tomorrow. Matt Ryan has a noodle arm now. Don't have to worry a lot about deep pass. Yeah, I'm not fearful of him. The run is what going to kill. What was going to be? It's the run we got to worry about.
Yeah, agreed.
Philly Mark Holmes said you were ghosting him. Make sure you text him tomorrow. What do you mean ghosting him? Like not answering? He hasn't even reached out to me. What is he talking about? Look at the all 22. You will see Hurts force feeding Smith, the birthday boy, when Dallas is open in the middle. I didn't watch the all 22s this week.
No, I didn't. But that happens That happens sometimes though. Like there's always going to be going to be a guy that he should have thrown to. Maybe he saw something else. Like it always happens.
Yeah. So. Yeah. Well, there were times I know where Smith was wide open downfield and he didn't get him. Big Dog said you should make a bet with Mark that if Philly beats them, he has to wear a shirt with a Fletcher on it. It says "I love Cox." Pause. Yeah, I don't know. I'm going to bet him anymore. He really. It was really like pulling teeth to get him to bet, man. Iron Mizzle says, Joey, why are all my comments being erased off Philly 500's channel? He don't love me no more. What do you mean
That's weird.
What do you mean they're being erased? What does that mean?
He blocked, or are they getting? You mean they're not showing up, or are they showing up and then
they're not showing up, or somebody's timing you out?
If they're not showing up, then you're blocked.
Well, he shouldn't be blocked. See, this is why I have to reset my thing every so often. I don't even see him on here. Come back and type something in so I know, and I'll look for it. And we'll figure it out. But I didn't do anything. I didn't do anything to you as far as blocking or anything like that. Mark Holmes is too worried about screwed up sub sandwich orders somehow affecting the outcome of Cowboys games. He's going to be upset tomorrow. I think Minnesota is going to win. What do you think about that Minnesota game?
I think Minnesota beats Cowboys tomorrow. I do. I think they're coming off a really nice win against the Bills, and I think it's going to be too much for them.
Yeah. Aldi says, after the Washington game, I didn't see any sports until the Suh announcement. I needed a mental break. That happens. No, that happens a lot, dude. I hear you. Kirk Johns, thank you for Super Chat. He goes, both of y'all grab a beer and drink with me. I don't even have any beer in my house right now. Here you go. Iron Mizzle says, I put 3 up and they're showing, then gone boom. Are you? Is this one on my channel right now, or is this on his?
It's yours. It's yours.
Okay, so I got it here. I don't know what happened, but I apologize for that. But I didn't see anything. You know, it's crazy. Giants Mafia says Eagles choke season begins when they lose to the Colts. Cowboys choke season has already begun. Cowboys choke season has already begun. Eagles aren't losing to the Colts tomorrow.
No,
it ain't happening.
They shouldn't. No.
Eagles will. Is there anybody on the Colts that scares besides Jonathan Taylor? Is there anything else you're worried about?
No, because I know Matt Ryan gets limited to doing as much throws as he can when it goes to deep passes, and when he gets pressured on, he kind of folds a little bit. So, no, I'm not really, to be honest with you. Offensively, no.
Yeah. Cowboys choke season starts around. Yeah, it usually starts Thanksgiving, but I think it started last week because they needed to beat the Packers, and the fact that the Packers went out Thursday then lost again. Dallas is in trouble. I think Dallas is in trouble tomorrow,
Yeah.
I do. Lions Den, man. What's going on, man? Shout out to you. Says, what's up, Philly 500 Joey Shakes? I'm going to watch the game at the Houston airport while I'm out to you're headed to Miami tomorrow. Thanksgiving cruise. Oh,
Have
man.
a good time, man.
That sounds fun. Thanksgiving cruise. Hell yeah. Well, have a safe flight, man. And let us know how the trip goes.
Yeah.
Cool Pete says, if Gannon gets his defense together, we're going to win. We'll win all out. Super Bowl 57, bounce back, go Eagles. I like it. I think because we've talked all week about the defense, they're going to go off tomorrow. Yeah, it always works like that. They're going to go off tomorrow. I think the defense is going to have a big game. I think I'm gonna make some predictions. I think Hassan Reddick has 2 sacks. I think Bradbury's going to have another pick. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson's going to have another pick. So I have 2 interceptions, 2 sacks. And I think the Eagles are going to beat the crap out of this team tomorrow. The one thing we've got to remember is this team has not played after a loss all year.
Nope.
So we haven't had a chance to see them respond. And now we will.
True.
We ain't losing tomorrow. You're losing tomorrow. We ain't losing tomorrow. We better not lose tomorrow. Minnesota might have shot their load in that Bills game. Might be running a little light tomorrow. I don't know, man. They should have lost that game. The Buffalo gave that game away. They're playing. Minnesota's playing at home tomorrow. Now I think Minnesota's going to. I think
it's because of when teams went off of those emotional wins, they start to they kind of play back.
Have a letdown. Yeah. Could. I mean, it could. Either way, if Dallas wins, it doesn't hurt us. In that, if we win, it gives us some breathing room. If Dallas loses, it doesn't hurt us, and I think it makes it more likely that the Giants lose to Dallas on Thanksgiving. If Dallas lost 2 in a row going to Thanksgiving, that they're going to be 6-4. If the Eagles win, they're 9-1. So they're going to feel like that's going to be like a must-win for the Dallas.
Yeah, true.
Thelmo says, I like Cox. Thank you for super chat, man. I'm glad that you do. We like number 91 too. This adversity came at the right time for the Eagles. We're winning out. I like it. I like the confidence. I think we win tomorrow. I do. I think that Tennessee game is going to be a tough game. Like, that's going to be a very interesting game. I think we beat Green Bay, and I think we win the next 2 games easy.
Okay.
Ryan says, I'm going to watch the Cowboys versus Giants Thanksgiving. I live 10 minutes from Jerry World. Let's go. Are you going live?
Ooh.
That's cool.
That's awesome.
Joey said, what about you? Grab a beer. Go grab a beer.
Have none here, unfortunately.
I have none. Actually, I have to buy. I'll probably buy some on Wednesday. I got to buy some Stella Artois.
Oh.
Yeah. 500, Joey, with the addition of Suh and Joseph, do you think the guys on defense have a chip because they were brought in? So do you think that there's players like, let's say, Fletcher Cox, Hargrave, do you think they have a chip on their shoulder now that the fact that they had to bring Joseph and Suh in? Does that motivate those guys to play because they feel like, their job may be on the line somewhere?
Yeah, well, it's going to help the team. I mean, they got to think team first, so it's going to help the team regardless. And, yeah, it gives less snaps to Fletcher Cox, for the game. You're not playing over 70% of the snaps, and your body's not a mess. So, hopefully it does help. I mean, a chip, yeah. I mean, he should, he should be playing better. So
Yeah. Giants Mafia says 500. Are you going to stream the Cowboys game, or are you going to eat and enjoy it all stream? I don't know what I'm going to do yet. I'm back and forth. I may stream that Cowboys Giants game, just because I don't want to overeat on Thanksgiving, because I've been doing good on my diet, and I don't want to like overeat. So I may stream it just so I'm not eating, because I'm not Mark Holmes. I don't eat on stream. So I don't know yet. It depends. And if the Eagles win and the Dallas, let's say Dallas lost to Minnesota, I think it would be way more interesting. I might do it. I haven't decided yet. Also, I want to see what time we're eating and stuff like that.
Right.
Let me see here.
You eat early or late most of the time? Is you like at 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock eat, or like a 5, 6?
No, we eat like 3 or 4 on Thanksgiving. Yeah. Usually dinner like at home during the week is like 5:30.
Yeah.
But Thanksgiving's a little early. Usually like 3, let's say 3 or 4. That game's at 1, so I would probably miss dinner. Iron Mizzle says, Stella, going to get your groove on. Yes, matrimonial duties. Oh yeah, matrimonial duties is coming. I hope the D is embarrassed. AF, they should play out. Yeah, they should be awesome tomorrow.
Yes,
I really hope. I hope Sue plays tomorrow. He can make a big difference for the Eagles, man.
And we play another ex-Eagle tomorrow too.
Who?
Ronnie McLeod. Ronnie McLeod's been having a good year for the Colts.
What if Nick Foles comes in tomorrow at some point?
Yeah, no.
That would be crazy. Logan Motorsports says Sue will be a monster. Will be a monster in the game. I hope so. Hargrave and Cox can't play 70 snaps. Agreed.
No.
I think all the players are going to be more motivated to crush them. I think so too.
I hope so.
I think the Eagles are going to respond very good with this loss. I think they're going to come out and they're going to win, and then we're all going to feel better about everything that we just said tonight. Jay Wheels, Dave Super Che goes, Fletcher hasn't done anything in 3 years. No, he's been on a decline. He started the season good, though. He had like 3 sacks early.
Yeah.
It's true. Thanksgiving 3:30. Yeah, that's about right. Games at 4:20. 4:20 Eastern time. That's 1:20 where I'm at.
Right.
So we'll see. Yeah, no spam. Who's spamming? Randall was awesome. I have Taylor on my fantasy team, so if he runs all over us, it's not the end of. I have him on one of my fantasy teams too, but I would rather take the loss fantasy wise. I would. I think the Eagles will be fine tomorrow. I think they'll win. I think we're gonna blow this team out. I do think early in the first quarter people are gonna panic. Something will happen and make us panic.
Right.
And then we'll be all like, okay, we're fine, and we'll win, and we'll get back on track. I'm very interested in that Dallas Cowboys Minnesota game after we win. I will be streaming that tomorrow, so I will be doing a double header.
Nice.
If Gannon don't bring the blitz, I'm going to lose it. How many times has he blitzed the last few weeks? That's what I want to know.
He's played two blitzes in 2 weeks.
He blitzed when they blitz though, it's effective. I mean, the one blitz I remember with they brought Chauncey Gardner-Johnson worked like a charm.
That was when they were in the red zone, right? When they were like inside the 5.
Yep.
Yeah, that was a good one. They didn't see it coming, but
Giants Mafia says I still think the 49ers are the best team in the NFC on paper. I think the 49ers, out of all the teams that we could potentially play in the playoffs, I think that they would give us the toughest matchup. I really do.
Another thing I want to talk about too is we have kind of talked about it, but the rest of the Saints schedule, the next 4 to 5 games. How many games do you think they're losing out of the next 4 to 5 that they play?
Let me pull up their schedule. Do you have their schedule in front of you by chance?
I don't.
Here, let me pull up their schedule. Let's go with this, because I think they're if I remember correctly, I think they're going to lose quite a few games.
I got it.
Let me see here. All right, you got it?
Yeah.
All right, tell me what it is.
So they got Rams tomorrow at 1. They got the 40
Rams at home or
Rams in the Saints at the Saints.
I think the Rams win straight up.
Okay.
I got Rams.
Saints, 49ers home.
49ers, that's a loss.
Saints at the Buccaneers.
Loss.
Falcons at the Saints. Could
We'll
be
say win.
could be a win.
Yeah.
Saints at the Browns.
Loss.
Saints at the Eagles.
Loss.
Panthers at the Saints.
We'll say win.
Okay.
So that's it. So
That's it.
I got them 5 more losses. How many losses they got? 5 right now?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, they're gonna lose 11. They're gonna lose like 11 games. That's a top 10 pick, definitely. Rams are winning tomorrow. Rams are gonna win tomorrow. You watch. I think the Saints stink, dude. Gannon's just straight up too passive. He doesn't fit Philadelphia toughness culture like Jim Johnson played Ryan Brooks. Yeah, that's what I think. I think that's a lot of the problems. It's just not our DNA, you know. That passive. I totally
Philly,
agree.
time this guy out. He's made like 6-7 accounts. This guy is spamming. He spammed on my channel like 2 times already.
Is it High Hay?
Yeah.
Yeah, get rid of that guy.
Yeah, get rid of him.
I don't know who the hell
Really
that
annoying.
is.
He's done that he's already made like 5-6 accounts already.
I don't understand how these people get. One guy made like 80. Probably the same guy made like 80 accounts. Like, how many accounts can you make? Like, do you have to go ask your mommy to make? Oh, mommy, can I make an account? I'm gonna call it. Hey, mom, and then I'm gonna go online and I'm gonna get timed out and hidden right away. What a genius! Skid Marks never super chat. He goes, Cox hit them where they stink, not where they think. Okay.
where they think, not where they think.
LB Fitz Transport, thank you for super chat. He goes, Gannon better have his shit together with the schemes. No excuse, no excuses. I agree.
No,
I agree. Everybody thinks Saints are going to beat the Rams. I got the Rams tomorrow. I got the Rams. Maybe it's wishful thinking, but I have the Rams.
they both stink.
They do. They do. They both stink. So Shane Cooper cups out. But who did the Saints lose to last week again? Who did they lose to last week?
They lost against the.
Forget they were supposed to. Everybody was saying they were going to win that game. They didn't. I think they're going to lose tomorrow. The Saints. I think they lose the next 2 games. Stafford looks like crap.
The Steelers. 20-10.
Steelers. Yeah, that's right. Everybody said they were going to beat the Steelers. Yeah, they're going to lose tomorrow. I got the Saints losing.
Mm.
Yeah, I don't even think the Rams have a first-round pick next year, do they? I don't even think they have a first-round pick, so they can't really tank. Yeah, so they can't tank, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Well, you can't tank when you don't have a pick. The D is embarrassed from last week. They will be playing out of their damn mind. I think so, too. I think the defense is going to have a big game tomorrow. You know, the Rams got no first-round pick, though. So what's the point in losing on purpose? You know? So, it'll be interesting. But if they can lose to the Rams, they're definitely going to lose to the 49ers.
Right.
So, you know, and then you just want them to collapse and basically tank it in, you know. The Rams are going to be stinky for a while now. They sold their soul for that Super Bowl. Absolutely. Yep. They don't have a first-round pick. So they are screwed. They are screwed big time. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. So, no, I mean, we got 526 people in here still. Thank you so much for being here. If you're new to the channel, make sure you hit that like. Make sure you subscribe. Click the link in the description. Go sub up my man, Joey Shakes. We got a big game tomorrow, man. I know you're going to be streaming. I'm going to be streaming. Anything else going on, man, you want to talk about before we get out of here? Because we've been like almost an hour and a half. So.
No, we are, for my channel at least, we are 40 subscribers away from 20,000 subscribers.
Wow.
It has been a long time coming, but it is getting there. So,
so everybody, go sub them up if you haven't. Let's get him to 20,000.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, definitely. Let's get him there. That's awesome. Man.
So you got a doubleheader tomorrow, right? You're doing both games.
Yeah, I'm doing the Eagles, then the Dallas game right after, and then a little break, and then our post game, and then hopefully a nice late cigar video. So it's a busy day for me.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
But yeah, it should be fun, guys. Look for that tomorrow. Want to thank everybody for all the super chats, everybody for being here. Both channels, we really appreciate it. And it's time to get this game on,
back
man.
On track.
I'm ready to get back on track. I don't like this whole week of losing. It really sucked. Like forgetting it sucked.
How he
Sucked
lost the
losing,
game
though.
sucked. How he lost sucked. Horrible.
Yeah. So hopefully, I do feel a little better with the Suh and the Joseph signing. Like
Yes.
it made me feel a little better because I don't think either guy's not. They're not doing that if they win the game. Neither guy would be here right now if they would have won.
Right. No,
So,
I agree on that.
We'll see.
No doubt.
So we'll see. D'Angelo, so what's up, Philly Joy? What's up, my man? How are you?
Oh, D'Angelo.
How are you, man? So we're gonna let you guys go. Gonna get ready for what are you up to tonight? Anything interesting?
Nah, nothing. Just getting ready for tomorrow. That is it. The big day tomorrow. The rebound day.
Yep. I'm doing nothing too. We did all our Thanksgiving stuff. So I'm just gonna go hang out with the family and then we'll see tomorrow. We'll see what happens. It should be a fun day. And then I gotta figure out if I'm gonna stream Thanksgiving. I don't know if I'm going to or not, man. It is Thanksgiving, so we'll see. But maybe
just remember we got to stream. We're gonna be streaming. We're gonna have a Christmas Eve is gonna be the whole entire day is gonna be taken over between the shakedown and our streams for that day. So,
we might have to skip the shakedown that night on Christmas Eve. Because that's Christmas Eve, dude. I don't mess around. So we might have to do like the shakedown like day after Christmas or something. Because I don't even know if I'm gonna do a cigar video that day. Like I'm seriously that game's on at 1 my time. It's over.
Yeah.
I'm going to celebrate Christmas.
You'll have more of a day than I will because I'm 3 hours ahead of you. So my day is gonna be shot by the time that game's over.
That sucks, man. Yeah.
4:20 game Eastern, which really sucks. And it's like gonna be 7, 8. It's gonna be 8-ish by the time the game is done, and then my night's done. It's screwed. My Christmas Eve is screwed. So I mean, I'm taking a couple days, probably Christmas the day after, or so. I'm taking a couple days off regardless. At that point, so
yeah, I'm gonna do that game on Sunday. I don't know if I'll do a post game, or anything like that. I just maybe like see you guys like the 26th or 27th because I don't play Christmas Eve. That's my day. I got to get ready for Santa Claus. Kurt John says, "How old? I am 47 years old."
You're 47?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah, dude, I'm old as shit.
Really? I never knew that.
Yeah. I am. I'm 47 years old.
Wow.
I'm old as hell. Starting to get gray hair's coming here, man. I'm starting to lose my mind. My wife called me. I went and bought that hair for men or whatever to get rid of the grays, and she wouldn't let me put it on. So like I hate it. I'm like I would rather be bald than have a gray hair. One gray hair I'd rather have it be bald. But yeah, so I haven't been able to get that. So I'm gonna get that stuff on at some point. I don't like it. But yeah, I'm 47, dude. I'm old as hell.
Wow.
Yeah, it is what it is.
It is what it is.
I look 29. I'll take it. I don't complain about that. But I'm 47. 47 still kicking, yo. You know what I mean?
32. I'm 32 and I already have gray hairs. I have all my uncles are like 40 or like when they turned 40, they had full gray hair, like full gray hair at 40.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I hate it, dude. I hate it. I hate the gray shit. I just want to get rid of it. It absolutely drives me nuts. But I'm heading to Philly over Christmas. That's cool. That's
awesome.
Joey, how old are you? They were asking.
Yeah, 32.
Joey's
28, 32. I'll take it.
28, yeah. Hot Rush says I'm 62.
The worst feeling I had was going from 29 to 30, like the last day of your 20s, and like hit 30, and like it really sucked. I was actually depressed that day. Not gonna lie.
Yeah. Dude, I haven't liked the birthday since after I turned 21. I didn't care about any of the other ones. They all mean nothing. Now I dread it. Like I forgot last year. I forgot how old I was. I'm so old. I forgot how old I was.
I'm looking forward to my colonoscopy. I'm looking forward to. I'm looking forward to all that.
I am no doctor's bitch. I'm telling you that. I'm no doctor's bitch. Scratchy Box said you don't seem 47. I'll take it. Thank you. Frank says I'm 47 too. At least you still got gray head of hair. Yeah, I'd rather have no head of hair than gray hair. If we make conference championship, I'm going to get a ticket to the game. That's cool. We're not too far apart in age. We were from Philly 500 fans since Jaws and Vermeil back in Delaware. Yeah, back in the day. I really thought you was 30s 500, only as old as you feel. I guess. I feel 22. I feel 22 right now. I'll just dig 500. Listen, I ain't doing no, I ain't doing it. No. I no prostate exams here. Let Mark Holmes do the prostate exams. I ain't doing it. I take my chances. Your mom's 50 and don't even look it. Yeah, I'm old, man. Me and Bad Dog are like pretty much like the same age. So it sucks, dude. It sucks. You know,
Squat Cobbler's at 47. Jesus
Squat
Christ.
Cobbler's 47. You can hear the crackling of my knees when I bend over. It ain't doing shit. Yeah, 47. We still kicking though. You know, chicks take the gray. I don't like the gray. I don't like it at all. You know, and it only started coming in like a year ago. You know.
Yeah.
Bonzo said, I'm going to dye my hair 100 gray and tell her when I'm 80, you look great. It's a good idea.
Your age.
That is great. I don't like it. I really had to. I was going to like do the stuff to get rid of the gray. My wife's like, you can't use that. No.
It looks sophisticated.
I look sophisticated. I'm like, yeah, I look sophisticated and I sound like a dope. But
you don't act like you're 47. That's not a bad thing either.
No.
You're not a grouchy.
No,
old...
I definitely don't act like I'm 47.
No,
I definitely don't. I'm you know, it is what it is. Well, actually, you know, like how here talking to friends and people in here and stuff. You know, I'm different when I'm dealing with my kids. You know, when I'm dealing with my kids, I sound like a father. You know, a dad. You know, so I probably to them sound 47, but you know, when we're not around my kids and just friends and stuff, yeah, I am a moron. I don't know how old Mark Holmes is. No, I'm serious, man. I swear, I'm 47. June 2nd, 1975 is when I was born. That's it. Joe says 500. Joey, I'm nervous about tomorrow. Why am I nervous about tomorrow's game? It's just because we're coming off a loss. That's the only reason. Yeah. That's it. You know. So we'll see.
Jadis keeps asking. Jadis keeps asking.
Yeah. Bent over by anybody. What do you mean? Who am I getting? What are you
Fanoik. No, I don't know. Dr. Flambe.
Oh, man. Holy shit, I thought you were in your mid-30s. I'm not trying to be nice. I'm 55, and the key to staying young is be active. I'm on the move all the time. Super Dave, yes, man. Yes, 55, that's not bad. You're only as old as you look, I guess, and try to stay active, I guess. You know, I need to get in shape, but I am kind of active. So, you know, who knows? I don't know. My grandmother looked young too, so maybe that's where I get it from. But I'll take it. You know, I don't drink a lot of alcohol or do drugs or anything like that too. I'm sure that helps. What? Is he still asking?
Does, yeah. No.
All right, guys. Well, we're gonna let you go. Lions Den's 47 as well. Okay, shout out to Lions Den, man. He don't look 47. He looks young too. You know, Willie says you're 51. See, people are people are my age. I get it. You know, Toryville says I'm a few years away from my senior menu at dinner. I'm so out of shape I could donate my body to science fiction. 500 shield on the crack in his 30s. Yeah, 42. We put the crack pipe down. You know, so 42. I said enough of the crack pipe. I didn't know what the hell was going on, but. Yeah. All right, guys. We are going to let you guys know. Wait. How do you over 40 know how? Dude, I barely know how to use it. Joey will tell you. Like, I don't know how to use it. I'm still trying to figure it out.
Well, I've learned a lot from 500 from doing this podcast, even from meeting 500. He's taught me a lot of things about YouTube. So he knows I always learn something new like every day from 500.
I don't know what the hell I'm doing. That's the truth. I don't know how to do anything. People still make fun of me because I say pound instead of hashtag all the time. Because it's like the phones used to go pound 411 pound whatever. Now it's like hashtag. So it's crazy. Asia, what's going on? How are you? Wicked One says, "Love you guys. You're awesome. Go Birds. We're 9-1. Thank you." What? Wait.
You get bent over by Dr. Phil.
Dr. Phil, God. Oh, man. I ain't getting bent over by nobody. All right. With that said, we need to get the hell out of here.
The cop dog. Are those cop dogs? They found your stash? Goes as at the FBI?
Might be. All right, guys. Well, thank you guys so much for being here. Thank you for super chats, likes, all those kind of stuff. Yeah. My old man, I'm so old. I have to go to bed now. No, I don't sleep.
Glass of warm milk.
Yeah, right. It's crazy. All right, don't tell my mom. Don't tell my mom. She's upstairs. Don't be too loud. I still live at home. I'm 47. That's why I have my OnlyFans account. I'm getting close to affording an apartment, so we'll see. All right, guys. Yeah, block that Zoe. Okay, get them the hell out of here.
The same guy.
Same guy. Yeah.
He's got to make a new email, a new fucking account. you're wasting your time, dude.
Dude, God. That guy better. He's probably over 30, living in his mom's basement for real. Oh God. All right, guys. We will let you go. Take care. We will talk to you later, of course. Don't be a dingbat. Peace.
Yeah.
Don't play. We had one.
Yo, you gotta be motherfucking kidding me.
You gotta be kidding me. We have no time for one more play.
Look at this motherfucker
What are you doing?
running from
What are you doing?
To get off the field on third down.
What was that bullshit?
That is not right.
Kellen Moore, he's got to be better, man. He wasn't.
Oh, that's some bullshit. What was that? We had enough time for one more
We
play.
had an opportunity to win that game at the end.
But the referee screwed us. The brother screwed us.
I'm upset, but
The brother screwed us.
At least they fought back and tried.
Only Cowboys games.
Yeah, you
The brother
literally.
screwed us. The brother screwed us.
It's going to end the way
We had an opportunity for one more play.
Hi, Michael Anthony, Fitness Hit MAF.